Hi, my name is Cherine. My background is in optical engineering, and I worked for a few years in semiconductor industry prior to joining the Biosensing team at TTP. Since I've been here, I've supported projects in various phases of development, from paper-based research to working in the lab to support feasibility studies, root cause analysis studies, as well as prototype development. So product development is not a straightforward process, and often it requires iteration between modeling and design and testing to identify the optimal solution before moving into large-scale manufacturing. And one of the key milestones of this process is the development of looks like, works like prototypes, which are essential to the performance verification and providing technical inputs into the development feedback loop. However, there are key challenges to this. First, having a segmented approach that separates the design team from fabrication, usually at third party, often leads to risks that materialize and are identified late in the process and then require time and effort to iterate the prototyping until it meets the design requirements. And this is often due to having a one-sided approach to tackling the product development, which treats design and fabrication as two independent work streams, while in reality, a functional product is highly dependent on the mutual interaction between the desired specifications, the design, and having achievable fabrication tolerances. Also, when parts get fabricated or assembled at third party, there is the potential to miss critical feedback from the process itself, which can later be essential in RCA or risk mitigation. Another challenge is that when we deal with third-party suppliers for fabrication, this usually entails long lead times and potential delays to project progress. And when time to market is key, having long lead times can impact the project success. In our approach to delivering client projects at TTP, we tackle these challenges in different ways. One, having a holistic understanding of the development process, from modeling through fabrication to testing and manufacturing. Our team has the knowledge to identify critical items and incorporate them in the design earlier, thus mitigating future risks, reducing the iteration, and focusing the effort on key technical challenges. In fact, having all the different domain experts in one room working closely on the same goal allows us to quickly reach optimal solutions, test them, and provide a comprehensive feedback to our client. Two, working closely with the fabrication team also provides us with a good understanding of the manufacturing process, the different critical parameters, and their various dependencies. This feedback is important as our client transitions from prototype to manufacture, whether it be to define fabrication tolerances, establish a robust fabrication process and quality control parameters, or to help them define the appropriate manufacturing process. And then finally, the seamless transition between design, fabrication, and testing allows our team to avoid third-party risks and delays, as we talked about, get feedback quickly from different work streams, and iterate efficiently. On a project where we helped our client develop a new product, we worked closely with them to identify and model interesting and creative technical solutions, which were not available off the shelf. So our fabrication team was able to test out different potential fabrication methods, identify key areas of concerns from this, and then that enabled us to make multiple samples for feasibility studies. This was valuable because we were able to test the performance and provide clarity for the next phase of development based on the potential risks and critical areas for the manufacturing process. So not only were we able to manufacture a part which was not available off the shelf, but we were also able to make a functional demonstrator quickly and efficiently, which enabled our client to make key decisions for their technical roadmap.